Hi everyone, this is Marjorie and welcome to my channel. I'm participating in the Keep It Simple Sunday Challenge hosted by Melissa from Melissa Makes It DIY, and her co-host today is Cindy from That Crafting Lady. So please be sure to check out the description box for the link to the playlist so you can watch all the other wonderful creators. So I'm starting off with this old glitter ornament, and I'm just giving it a good coat. I think I actually went and gave one good coat and did a little bit of touch-up paint on it with some Apple Barrel black matte paint, acrylic paint. So here I've got this beautiful glitter vinyl from the Dollar Tree, and I have this one little sign from the Dollar Tree as well, and I am just going to cover the top and the sides with this vinyl paper. Now this is for like a Cricut or whatever, but I do not have a Cricut, so I saw the beautiful color and thought it would be really good to utilize to make my own sign, and so I decided to use this. It is pretty thin, and the good thing about it though is that you can place it down, move it around, take it off, and do whatever you need to do to get it just right. So as you see here, my ornament is painted, and I'm just giving little quick touch-ups and stuff because you could still see some of that green glitter that was on there, peeking through some of that. So I'm just doing that. And then I just hot glue the little ornament onto the center of the sign, and that will complete the sign. But I don't think I show me gluing it on. So this is a 14-inch frame from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just taking these Chanel stems. In this one section, I'm taking the two inner rings and I'm adding one Chanel stem in the middle, and then on the outer two rings I'm taking another Chanel stem, or I will take two of them and place those on the outer two rings. So this will give you a total of 18 Chanel stems, 3 in each section, and there's 6 sections. So I got this beautiful 21-inch rose gold deco. It's actually, I think, a foil deco mesh, and I got it from Craft Outlet. And I'll tell you, I love Craft Outlet Deco Mesh. There's a lot of times you can go on there and find it for on sale, and even the prices on the majority of them are very affordable, and it's really good quality. It frays like all Deco Mesh does, but it doesn't fray as much. So here what I'm doing is I gathered the ends, and I'm taking a little zip tie, and I'm tying the end to a crossbar, and you can kind of see what I'm doing. And then I always like to just cut that frayed end off just to make it a little nice looking. You won't be able to see it when the product is done, but it's just for my own sanity. I'm a little OCD about that. So I take from that I take from the zip tie and I measure out 10 inches and I put it directly into the first Chanel stem. Now I prefer to sorry, I am getting so tongue-tied. I prefer to use the outer Chanel stems first and then go to the inner. And that's just a thing for me. If you wanted, you could go to the inner or the outer. It doesn't really matter. It's just easier for me that if I fill up the outer ring, it's a lot easier for me to still find the center ones and add the mesh to the pipe cleaners. It just works easier for me. So as you see, I tie down the Deco Mesh in one pipe cleaner, and then I measure out 10 inches to place that 10-inch mark into the next pipe cleaner. And that gives me 10-inch poofs. Now here I've got this black Deco Mesh, and I believe I got this from, I think I got it from Hobby Lobby. Anyways, so what I did is I cut it into 20-inch. It's 20-inch strips, I guess you could call it. And then I folded one end a couple of times in, and then I took a clothespin and clipped it. Then I took I folded it another 2 times on the opposite side, as you'll see me doing here. And so I fold it a couple times, clip it, and sorry, I'm trying to keep my Deco Mesh from falling off my table. I'm such a messy crafter. And then I take the other side, roll it in a good couple times. Now I walk my fingers up like you would do just a regular ruffle. And there you go. It gives you the mixture of a curl and a ruffle. And it also helps hide the cut ends in case it gets frayed out or anything. And so I put one of those in each of the chenille stems. Now these are 10-inch Deco Mesh, and well, any of them, they come in the 10-inch yard. So all I did was said, okay, I have 18 chenille stems, and I divided it into the 360 inches that's provided, and then that's how I came up with the 20-inch number. I don't really like to have remnants of my Deco Mesh unless I plan on using it for another craft. So if I plan to use it for another craft, then I'll make smaller cuts, but I do try to plan ahead for what I might use it for, just so I don't have a whole bunch of straggler rolls of Deco Mesh. Now I cut my tails into 14-inch lengths. I got the black velvet from Walmart and the 2 rose golds from Craft Outlet as well. And the striped one is a 2-inch. The striped is 2.5-inch. The black is 2-inch, and then the smaller rose gold polka dot is 1.5-inch. So I put a set in each of the chenille stems, and then now I'm just taking these rose gold colored ornaments from the Dollar Tree. I did use 2 packs, and it turned out perfectly. It only gives you 14, but with me adding the sign and the bow, like I said, it's perfect because you have 12 chenille stems on the outer ring and 6 on the inner ring. So by the time you add the sign and the bow, you only had 2 slots on the inner ring that you needed to cover up. So I'm going to make my bow with the Easy Bow Maker. And I'm measuring out 14-inch tail because I want the 14-inch tail to go towards the bottom. And then I'm making about a 6.5-inch loop on both sides. And then my top tail I'm going to measure out to be 8 inches. Just because I don't need it to be that long. If you cut it too long at the top, all it's going to do is kind of flop forward. So just make sure that your top tails aren't as long. So when you're making the bow, you just have to be mindful of where you want your top to be and where you want your bottom to be. So that's basically how I make it. When I make my bow, the bottom tails are always going towards me like that. And then the top tails are the ones at the top. That way, when I put the chenille stem on and I'm about to put it onto my wreath, I don't have to worry about where's the top, where's the bottom. I just have it all set and complete by the time I have it all together. Now I'm going to go back and do a couple of layers of each of the ribbon, and so I can have a big, nice, fluffy bow. Now there was really no rhyme or reason on the colors that I chose. I really love the color of rose gold, and my favorite color is black. So I really thought the combination would be beautiful. I was actually lucky enough to find this red velvet ribbon at Walmart, as I didn't see any all black ribbon or any black ribbon at Hobby Lobby that I wanted to use. Oh, and you know what? I have to make a correction because I'm so sorry. I think I told you I got the rose gold ribbons, the 2.5 and the 1.5 from Craft Outlet, but I didn't. I got them from Hobby Lobby, so I apologize for that. I get my ribbon from Hobby Lobby, and I get a lot of it from Craft Outlet, and every now and again, mainly around Christmas, I may get a roll or two from Walmart. But the two places I like to shop for ribbon and Deco Mesh is definitely Craft Outlet is my #1 choice, and then Hobby Lobby. So once I've got all my layers, I just take a pipe cleaner, Chanel stem, whatever you call it, and I go ahead and I'm going to fold it in half, the bow, so I can get a really tight grasp on attaching the Chanel stem and twisting it. So here I take a little bit of time to fluff out my ribbon, and I don't do it a whole bunch, because when I put it on my wreath, I end up fluffing it out again because I sometimes squish it a little bit when I put my bow on. But anyways, fluffing is a huge part of making your bow, along with making sure that your tails kind of curl in. And you'll kind of see how it goes. So as you see, I've already attached my sign. And yes, it is pretty plain and simple. And so is my ribbon. I didn't want a lot of pattern on it, and that was because I wanted the colors to stand out and make the wreath on its own. And you'll see at the end, but I absolutely love how this wreath turned out. So here I'm trying to straighten out the tails, and I'm sorry if I'm off camera some, but I'm trying to straighten out the tails, get them lined out where I want them to go. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start doing the dovetail on the ribbons. And I do dovetail all the ribbon tails. Now, I do hear that, you know, on different YouTube channels that I watch, that some people may be intimidated on making Deco Mesh wreaths, but believe me, anybody can do it. It's so easy, so simple. Same with bows. It's just practice. You know, I look at some of the wreaths that I made when I first started, and when I first started making them, I was like, oh, this is so pretty. I like how it turned out. And then I'll look at them now, and I'm like, I don't really know what I was thinking. But no, this, seriously, this is the end item, and I absolutely love it. And I thank you guys so much for watching. And please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think on how this wreath came out. And remember to please check out the playlist below in my description box. And I hope y'all have a very blessed day.